My child, I need your complete focus. I told you this moment was approaching. I spoke it softly to you during calm times. I planted it deep within your spirit when you sensed something changing but couldn't put words to it. I allowed you to feel it when everything around you seemed stuck. Open your heart now and listen closely. Do not rush past this. This is not random noise. Something of great importance has arrived, which is why I am demanding your full attention like this. I warned you it would happen, and now it has. There were seasons when you questioned if you were imagining my promise. You thought there were moments when you had no idea what I was doing. You felt uncertain about your own schedule. You asked yourself many things. But I am never careless with my words. I meant it when I declared it would happen. Now that you are reading this, your time has finally come. You pleaded for a sign. You asked for confirmation during prayer because guessing became exhausting. You begged, Lord, make it obvious. You said, if this truly comes from you, prove it. You may have felt empty for a while, but that was not true silence. That silence was busy arranging everything. Now you can hear me with no confusion. There is no hidden message. Do not think I am speaking in mysteries. I am talking directly to you. Do you want to know why I chose you? It was never an accident. It was never random. I did not scan a crowd and point without intention. I saw your heart. I saw your persistence. I saw how you refused to quit even when giving up would have been simpler. My friend, I observed your humility when anger would have been justified. No one else noticed your quiet faith, but I did. I selected you because of what you do when nobody is watching. I chose you from many others. Not because you were flawless, but because you truly wanted this. You were faithful in little things, not because you were perfect. Others craved attention, but you sought understanding. Some people pushed ahead without instruction, but you waited for my direction. Some walked away in frustration, but you remained. You did not realize how crucial that staying was. This is the one I set apart for you through all those waiting seasons. You thought you were trapped. You believed you were ignored. You felt you were falling behind, but you were actually being prepared. Preparation is not always noisy. It often feels like rejection, but delay is not the same as denial. It means my timing is improving. And this is the season I have been looking forward to. I told you something was shifting in tiny ways. You could sense it. A restlessness, a stirring, a feeling that old patterns no longer worked. That was not stress. That was transition. I assured you the burden would not last forever. You kept asking how much longer. You doubted if you were hearing me correctly. This is the moment I spoke about. This is the change you felt before you saw it. Do not move on. Be careful not to treat this as ordinary. Now is the time to open it. That is why I say moments like this are rare. Doors open for those who are prepared to walk through. You are ready even if you feel unsure. You are not behind schedule. You are not forgotten. You are not lost in the crowd. This means the time has come. If you are seeing this, it is neither too early nor too late. I am right on time. My timing is neither rushed nor slow. It is perfectly aligned. You may still have doubts. You may still wonder if this truly applies to you. Waiting so long can make you question yourself. Waiting can erode your confidence. But hear me now. I am not speaking to someone else. You are the one hearing this. I chose you because of what you endured during those long nights. I saw your strength when you had no support. I saw you rise each morning and keep going even when your heart ached. I saw the times you doubted everything yet refused to quit. That endurance shaped you. It made you stronger. It prepared you for this. I chose you because of what you went through. Things that were meant to break, you did not succeed. You did not become hard when life went wrong. Instead, you stayed tender. Loss could have made you lose faith, but you kept a quiet belief alive. Staying soft is not weakness. It is proof of resilience. I chose you because of the person you are becoming. You are no longer the same as before you prayed for change. You have transformed in ways you do not fully grasp. You are wiser, more patient, more grounded now. The waiting you disliked made you capable so you can handle what is coming without collapsing. Stay with me. Do not rush away from this moment too quickly. Before I explain why this season unfolded this way, I want you to anchor yourself in the comments. Write this. I am ready now. Not tomorrow. Not when you feel stronger. Declare that you are ready in this moment. Why did this season have to unfold this way? That is what I am about to explain. It will make sense of the waiting times. That is why there was silence. It will clarify the refinement. Nothing was wasted. When doors stayed closed, you thought someone was overlooking you. You believed the testing would not pay off. But I was making you stronger. I was reinforcing your foundation. I was aligning people and paths you could not see. You were not put on hold because you were unworthy. You were paused because you were being positioned. This is your time. Not because you demanded it, but because you endured for it. This is your time. Not because you forced it, but because you were shaped for it. This is your time because heaven has marked it. Now, I invite you to mark this moment with your own voice. Type Amen in the comments below as your agreement with heaven's timing, a declaration that you embrace this season. When I say attention, it means something has shifted in the unseen. When I say open it, it means what is inside this moment belongs to you. When I say do not skip this, it means alignment requires a response. You do not need to strive now. You need to receive. You do not need to prove yourself now. You need to trust. The striving season molded you. The waiting season strengthened you. The silent season deepened you. Now the revealing season begins. If you are seeing this, it is finally your time. Let that sink into your soul. Not as hype or emotion, but as truth. I did not forget about you. You were being prepared. All right. If I led you through darkness, then I am your light in your way. Follow me. Pay close attention. Things are not happening randomly right now. They are intentional. And right now, you are exactly where you need to be. Focus, my child. Pause and wait a moment. This is not a casual question. I am calling you directly because this is not an ordinary time. This is not background noise. You should not listen to this with a distracted mind. Now is your opportunity. I am interrupting your routine because it was causing you to miss what I am doing. You were looking down. Your thoughts were elsewhere. Your focus was scattered. As always, you were going through your day. I allowed your flow. But this cannot wait for a better moment. Pay attention now. That is what I mean. Not later. Not when you feel more alert. Not until you are ready. Right now. This is not a light-hearted exercise. This is not just a temporary mood boost. This is the defining moment of your life right now. And you will miss its weight if you do not treat it with reverence. This is not filler talk. Some things are falling into place, which is why I am speaking. You might feel a nudge right now. A small voice telling you to come back to this. Another thought saying this is probably for someone else. You are used to that hesitation. That is how alignment gets lost. That is how time slips away without notice. But I am telling you the truth. Do not skip this. Not because I need your attention, but because you do. I have interrupted you before, but in quieter ways through persistent thoughts that would not leave. By repeating the same themes in different forms, you could feel something building. It seemed like a change was coming. That change is now here. This is not a coincidence. This is the final result. When I raise my voice, it means someone needs to move. You have been waiting for confirmation. You have asked for more clarity. It has been on your mind when your turn would come. But clarity does not always arrive gently. Sometimes it disrupts your normal and demands to be heard. Now is your chance. Not yet. Because not much has changed around you. Not yet. Because things have already shifted. This is your chance because awareness has arrived. And awareness alters direction before results ever do. You have lived through long periods of waiting. You learned how to function while waiting. Survival became easy for you. You no longer expected sudden shifts because they never came. That calm under the weight kept you steady. But it also made you cautious. Now that something real is happening, your first instinct is to doubt it, downplay it, or postpone it. I am breaking that habit now. Pay attention. Now is your chance. Some doors do not stay open forever. Some seasons change and timing shifts. When the right moment arrives that matches my plan, you need to respond. You have had more time to prepare than you realize. You thought preparation was punishment. You thought waiting meant someone would forget you. You thought silence meant no one was thinking of you. But all along I was arranging things you could not see. I was strengthening you internally so that when this moment came, you would not break under it. You will not lose me if you skip this. But you might miss the alignment. You do not have to align. It is handled. I am not going to disturb your schedule. I am calling you into it. That call is now here. You are not here by accident. You stopped even though many other things could have occupied you. That pause is significant. That pause is the doorway. But you must choose to stay present inside it. This is not about hype. It is not about how strongly you feel. It is about recognition. Recognize that what you have been sensing in the background is true. Recognize that what I promised is unfolding. Recognize that the season is shifting. You asked me to be clear. You asked me to speak plainly. You said you were tired of guessing. I am speaking plainly now. Now is your chance. You may not feel dramatic excitement. You may feel a calm seriousness instead. That seriousness is holy. Timing is placing its weight on you. It is the awareness that something is moving beneath the surface. The way you thought about the last season cannot carry over to this one. That is why this interruption is necessary. If I allowed you to drift into what is coming without clarity, you would misread it. You would hesitate when you should step forward. You would question when you should trust. This is not emotional persuasion. It is divine timing. Divine timing does not always demand our attention. But when it speaks directly, it expects a response. I am not asking you to do anything. I want you to pay attention. Stay in the present and fight the urge to scroll away from what matters. Because the pattern of distraction that helped you before will now become a barrier. You are entering a special time. But awareness is needed before you can step. And awareness is this moment. Please support our channel. The purpose of our work is to bring you joy and help you grow closer to God. You can donate through Super Thanks. If you want to help, you begged for change many times, but nothing happened. Now something is moving and you cannot ignore it. You are now able to endure longer. There is more humility in you now. You are stronger now than you were before. Now you need to improve your response. This break is a sign of mercy. It keeps you safe. It is in alignment. You might not see everything yet. You might not fully understand what is about to happen, but deep down you know this feels different because it is different. I am not putting you to sleep. I am putting you in charge. I am not exciting you. I am setting you up. I am not speaking casually. I am speaking intentionally. Pay attention. Now is your chance. There is no need to push anything. There is no need to manufacture belief. All you have to do is stay present and willing. Do not turn this into just another message. Do not think of it as mere motivation. The timing has shifted in a real way. You have waited long enough to know when something is genuine. This is genuine. Stay here. Absorb and listen. Because misalignment is not a punishment. It leads to delay. And you have already been delayed enough. Now is your time and I am calling you to it. You need to do something small but important for your spiritual growth. Before we go any further, I want you to click the like button on this video. Not as a casual gesture, not as a meaningless click, but as your act of favor. Liking is not just to show interest. You are telling heaven that you are awake. Liking this video will activate the flow of God's favor in your life. There is no doubt that you received this word. I want you to do something simple but important. Before we go any further, I want you to make this about me. I want you to use your own voice to mark this moment. Post one word in the comments. One word that carries all the weight of the time you have spent waiting. Not just to be polite, Tipman. Do not do it as a religious duty, but as your covenant with heaven, as your sign that you understand this word, as your commitment to your own breakthrough. I told you, my child, it was going to happen. You heard these words before they even reached your eyes. I was already telling you about what was coming. It was not always loud. It was not always easy to see, but it was there. It came over you in small waves. It was present in the quiet thoughts that would not go away. You felt it in your spirit. Even though everything else looked the same, something told you this would not remain the same. You remember those times, the ones where you could feel a change before you saw it. As you woke up, you felt like something was about to happen. But nothing in your life seemed different. The nights when you could not sleep because you knew the season you were in would soon end. Not out of worry. That was me. Before I changed your circumstances, I was preparing your heart. Early on, I gently nudged you by sending repeated thoughts, words that showed up in different places. Conversations that felt too precise to be random, and an inner pull that said, "Pay attention." You may have ignored some of those nudges. You might have thought you were imagining them, but they were real. It is not by accident that I plant anticipation. There were times when something made you feel excited for no explainable reason, a feeling that things were about to change. After a while, when nothing seemed to happen, doubt began to creep in. You asked yourself things. You were not sure if you got it right. You told yourself not to get your hopes up, but expecting something was not foolish. It was preparation. You have known about the change for a long time. But you did not believe it because waiting makes promises seem less certain. You thought you might have been wrong when days turned into weeks, then months. You thought maybe it was just wishful thinking. But I am not careless when I awaken hope. If I made you feel something, it is because I intend to bring it to pass. You saw the same patterns repeating. Doors closing in ways that felt deliberate. Relationships shifting subtly. Interest changing. Desires evolving. Things that used to satisfy you no longer did. You thought your restlessness might be meaningless, but it was not. It was the beginning of transition before manifestation. There were times when I gave you small reassurances like crumbs on a path, a phrase that stirred you, something that would always remind you, a sense that things were coming together behind the scenes. Those moments made you feel seen. You felt at peace. After that, you had to wait again. Waiting tested your certainty. It checked how well you remembered what I said. You wondered if you invented the meaning yourself. You wondered if you were giving yourself false hope. But deep down you could never fully ignore it. That persistent knowing was my voice continuing quietly. You might not have called it that at the time. You might have said it was your instinct or intuition, but it was spiritual awareness. Your heart sensed movement before your eyes could confirm it. I told you it was coming through the frustration you felt when things no longer worked the way they used to. Through the pain of outgrowing old patterns, through the persistent discontent, gratitude was not the issue. It was preparation. You knew something was ending before it actually ended. You could tell when a chapter was closing before the last page turned. That awareness was not anxiety. It was preparation. I do not just throw people into new seasons without first letting them know something is about to shift. There were times when you almost acted too soon. When excitement made you want to move fast, I held you back. I slowed you down. Not because the shift was not coming, but because it was not ready yet. Alignment takes time. Some of those feelings have played over and over in your mind. You may have thought something was going to happen. Then when you looked around and saw nothing had changed, you felt bad for believing. But you were not wrong. You were early. Early and wrong are not the same thing. You could feel what was coming together before it was ready to appear. Not only were you right about the manifestation, you were ahead of it. I told you it would show up in the way some things fell apart, in the way you felt uncomfortable, in the way your thoughts shifted, so old fears lost their power. Those signs indicated transition was already underway. You had doubts because nothing exciting happened immediately. You were hoping for a dramatic breakthrough. Instead, I worked in stillness. Foundations were moving. Alignments were forming. Your capacity was increasing. But you could not see any of that. Still, you began to wonder if you were foolish for holding on to hope. You told yourself to be realistic. You lowered your expectations again. But the knowing returned even when you tried to suppress it. That awareness was me, not to tease you, but to prepare you. I told you it was coming. You would have been overwhelmed if it had appeared suddenly. The hope was mercy. It gave your heart time to adjust. It gave your mind time to release old attachments. It helped your spirit become stronger because you were learning to walk by awareness as well as sight. You felt the shift long before you saw it. Now I am confirming what you felt. The long-awaited shift has finally arrived. This is not imagination. It is not emotional buildup. What was growing underground is now surfacing. You might still be cautious. You might not fully believe it yet. That hesitation comes from years of waiting. But I am not telling you to leap blindly. Remember what I said. Recall the nights when you sensed something changing. Think back to the mornings when you felt excited without any proof. Do not forget the voice that whispered it was coming. It is right here. Not as chaos or spectacle, but as things starting to fit together. You learn to distinguish between impulse and the right timing during the waiting season. That is why this feels different now. There is a steady, real feeling about it. Tell Jesus that I worship you with all my heart. Share this video if he is your most valuable treasure. Sharing this prophetic word will activate the anointing. And share that breakthrough with your network. You are no longer guessing. You are witnessing. I told you it was coming because I knew you needed hope to survive the wait. Now I am telling you it is here because you need assurance to move forward. Believing was not foolish. It was faith. Hoping for change was not foolish. It was preparation. The thing you felt quietly for so long is no longer distant. It is here. The change has begun. This is your moment to confirm with heaven that you are awake. Type Amen in the comments as your seal that you witnessed the shift and receive it fully. Hold on. Be careful because what you thought was just a whisper is now becoming real. Pay close attention, my child. Because I am about to answer the question you have kept to yourself for a long time. Why you? Why did I decide to pick you? Why did I place this kind of weight on your life? Why did I allow you to go through certain trials before calling you to more? It was not a mishap. It was never based on perfection. I chose you because of your strength, not loud endurance that craves recognition, but quiet endurance that continues even when no one is watching. I saw how you kept going when your energy felt depleted. I saw how you held yourself together when falling apart would have been easier. I saw you wake up on days you did not feel ready and still face what was in front of you. That kind of endurance reveals your heart. Many start strong. Few remain consistent. You stayed. You went through times that could have made you bitter, but you did not allow that. You experienced disappointments that could have made you angry, yet you remained thoughtful. You endured silence without abandoning me. That endurance is not weakness. It is resilience forged in secret. I chose you because of your humility. You never assumed you deserved more than others. You questioned yourself more than you accuse others. You reflected. You asked, "What can I learn?" instead of "Why me?" That heart posture matters deeply. Humility creates room for growth. Pride shuts doors. You kept your heart open even when you were exhausted. You may not see humility as strength, but I do. Humility allows me to shape you without resistance. It allows correction without collapse. It lets weight settle where it belongs. That is rare. I chose you because of your hidden faith. Not the kind that puts on a show for people. Not the kind that shouts, "I still believe." But the kind that keeps a small flame alive even when circumstances look hopeless. You might have thought your faith was weak because it did not always feel certain. But faith that withstands doubt is stronger than faith that has never been tested. You doubted sometimes. You argued and questioned, but you did not abandon your belief. You did not close your heart to me even in your sadness. That hidden faith was enough. I chose you because of your resilience. You failed, but you got back up. You grieved, but you did not give up on life. You were lost, but you kept searching. Resilience does not mean you never break. It means you bend without snapping. And you have bent many times without weakening. You compared yourself to others. You saw how fast they moved, how clear their path seemed, how successful they looked. You wondered if your journey was less important because it took longer. Set aside that comparison right now. Speed has nothing to do with selection. It has to do with substance. I did not pick you because you were perfect. I did not pick you because you never faced problems. I did not pick you because you were always confident. I picked you because even when things got tough, your heart remained tender. You were willing to learn and you did not quit. Even if progress was slow, perfection was never required. Heart was what mattered. You made mistakes. You had doubts about yourself. You took wrong turns. That did not disqualify you. If everyone had to be perfect, no one would be chosen. I look beyond actions. I see growth. I see desire. I saw your willingness before you even acted. You chose to learn from your mistakes instead of repeating them. You were okay admitting you were wrong. You chose to grow rather than stay stuck. That determination is powerful. You might think some people are stronger than you. You might think they are smarter or more talented. But you do not see what I see. I see depth. I see compassion shaped by pain. I see wisdom born from waiting. I see patience learned over time. These traits cannot be rushed. They cannot be faked. They are formed through persistent effort and you have kept going. You are the one I picked because you know how to be strong quietly. You know what it is like to keep going without applause. You know what it is like to be alone without becoming resentful. You know how to ask questions without leaving. Your journey has shaped what you can carry. The things you thought made you less impressive are what made you ready. Pain taught you empathy. Confusion taught you discernment. Failure taught you patience. You learned humility through waiting. Those lessons made you stronger. I do not require perfection. I require hearts that can bear weight without arrogance. Hearts that can receive blessing while remembering their dependence. Hearts that can move forward without stepping on others. You have that heart. You may not feel extraordinary, but you are steady. You are compassionate. Your strength is solid. You are ready. Those qualities matter more than visible success. Now, before we continue, I invite you to seal this truth. Type Amen in the comments as your declaration that you accept your selection and embrace the identity I have given you. Let your agreement be a foundation for what is coming. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission will grow into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Giving to this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our exclusive community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through hearts that are kind. This is what I say over you now. Each gift you give is like a stream of living water that flows into the life of someone who needs healing. Give and it will be given to you is not just a verse for Jesus. It is a living promise that shapes your future. Allow me to invite you now with a simple act of faith. Come into this moment with purpose, with honesty, and with hope. The money you give today is not a donation. The act of spiritual obedience that lets your heavens open is what opens them. Let go of your seed and see what God brings back into your life. Part 2. I did not overlook your flaws when I chose you. When I saw them, I knew they would refine you, not define you. I saw your weaknesses and knew they would keep you humble rather than proud. I saw your doubts and knew they would deepen your understanding, not destroy your faith. Selection is not about being loud or fast. It is about having the right posture. You are ready now. You did not get here by getting everything right. You got here by persevering. Release your fear now. You were not picked by accident. You were not picked temporarily. You were not picked because no one else was available. You were picked because your heart has been shaped by fire and remains whole. Stop comparing now for the calling. You are not competing against anyone else. You are not in a race with others. Your path is unique. You were shaped by choice. Selection is personal. I chose you because you did not give up on growth. Even when progress seemed slow and invisible, you kept going. That is enough. You are not perfect, but you are ready. You have faith, but it is not flawless. You have flaws, but you are willing. When I hold willingness in my hands, it transforms into strength. Now stand in this truth. Not with pride over others, but with confidence in who you are becoming. Because of your heart, you were chosen. My decision is not casual. You have been selected. So, I want you to do something that will anchor you in what God is doing. Click the subscribe button right now. Not just to follow a channel, but to align with the flow of prophecy. Subscribing is not merely pressing a button. It is about positioning. It says, Lord, I want to stay connected to the word you are releasing. I want to remain in the flow of what you are saying. I do not want to miss a single word you speak. When you subscribe, you are not just joining a community. Subscribing will activate God's prophetic promise and alignment in your life. And now, before I continue, I want you to take this truth to heart. Please look at your hands for a moment. Those same hands have worked behind the scenes even when no one was watching. Those hands have been raised in prayer. Those same hands have dried your tears at night. In the comments, raise your hands right now, no matter where you are, and type, "My hands are ready." Not because you feel ready, but because they are. Not because everything is fine, but because you are surrendering to the one who chose you. I know it felt like a long time, my child, longer than you thought you could endure, longer than you had planned. At times, you wondered if the promise, the vision, or the opportunity had quietly passed you by. However, I need you to understand something clearly right now. There was no rejection in the delay. The delay was due to preparation. You thought you were stuck. You felt like your time was being wasted. You felt ignored while others moved ahead. But to me, what seemed like delay was refinement. I was not holding you back to frustrate you. You were being shaped so that you would not collapse when you received what you asked for. That is why I did not give some things to you when you first prayed. It was not because you were weak, but because you were still changing. Growth takes time. Strength must develop to handle weight. Depth requires stretching. I am more interested in your foundation than your speed. Some qualities take time to grow. A kind of patience that cannot be rushed. A sense of right and wrong that cannot be taught in comfort. Humility that cannot be learned quickly. You learned these while waiting. Frustration taught you lessons. Silence became a mirror. You learned not to panic when you did not have answers. You learned to calm yourself when immediate solutions were unavailable. You learned to stay even when you wanted to run. That is how character forms. That is what makes things solid. The delay also protected you. There were doors you begged to open that would have led to more trouble. Relationships you tried to force only brought pain. Some opportunities looked good, but the stars were not aligned. If I had answered quickly, you would have thought I said yes instead of not yet. Often protection does not feel like protection. It feels like disappointment. It feels like rejection. It feels like missed chances. You called it rejection, but it was redirection. What you thought was loss was actually shielding. I was protecting your future from being exposed too soon. Timing is not about convenience. It is about alignment. A season cannot begin until many pieces are in place. Your growth must align. The readiness of others must match. Circumstances must be arranged. If one piece moves too soon, everything feels unstable. You were getting stronger in ways you did not realize. Your emotional endurance increased. Your reactions became calmer. Your thinking sharpened. You thought things through more and reacted less. These changes are not as visible as a new opportunity, but they are far more valuable. The delay forced you to confront parts of yourself you might have avoided during faster seasons. It brought insecurities to the surface. It revealed fears you did not know you had. It exposed patterns that needed to be broken. That exposure was not punishment. It was purification. Refinement is rarely comfortable. It feels like friction. It feels like pressure. It feels like being pushed beyond your limits. But refinement removes what would weaken you in the long run. It makes you more stable internally so that external blessings do not throw you off balance. If everything had come at once, you might have relied on excitement rather than maturity. You might have moved forward without wisdom. What you built might not have withstood the strain. While you were thinking about short-term relief, I was thinking about the long term. The waiting also clarified what you truly wanted. At first, you wanted quick changes. Over time, you started asking deeper questions. You stopped just wanting results and began wanting understanding. That shift was important. It grew. Say, "I trust you, God, in every storm." Share this video if you have seen Him calm your soul. The waiting also separated genuine desire from fleeting wishes. Some things you no longer want as much as before. Some goals died because they were never truly yours. They came from others or were shaped by fear. Delay revealed what your heart really holds. That is a gift of clarity. Without waiting, you would not have gained it. Pausing serves a purpose. Silence has meaning. There is weight in waiting that cannot be found in constant motion. During the wait, you learn things about me that you could not have learned during the event. You learn that I am enough even when things are not. You learn that my presence remains even when my promises seem delayed. In worship, you learn to give without receiving. You learn to trust even when you could not see. Those lessons build maturity. The waiting was not empty. It was slowly filling. Some of the anger from those long seasons may still linger. You may still brace for disappointment when something good begins. But now I am healing that reflex. You no longer have to keep your heart close to hope. Delayed hope is not lost hope. It grows stronger. What you waited for is now here. But it carries more weight because you waited. Because you endured more. It will mean more. Because you waited longer. It will settle deeper. You are now entering a time where the waiting becomes the foundation for testimony. You will see that every pause, every silence, every unanswered prayer was part of a larger plan. When you look back, nothing was missing. There was no waste. There was no loss. There was no forgetting. And since nothing was wasted, I want you to make sure you are ready for what is next. If you have not already subscribed to this channel, this is not about numbers or statistics. It is about prophetic alignment. Every time I release a word, I want you to be ready to receive it. Whenever heaven opens a new perspective, I want you to be there. When you subscribe, you are declaring, I am staying. I am not drifting off course. I am planted here where the words are flowing, initiating a covenant of continuous prophetic covering over your life. While you waited, I worked. You stood still while I moved. You wondered if I had forgotten while I was making plans. Now that the alignment is complete, you will see what I was doing the whole time. The pieces fit because they were prepared during the waiting. The hinges were set in the quiet so the doors could open. The provision shows up because the space was made available during the delay. Do not regret the time you think you lost. With me, no time is wasted. Every moment of trust, hope, and faithfulness is stored. Even when nothing made sense, those moments are not gone. They are the foundation of what is being built right now. You did not wait for nothing. You waited to be prepared. And preparation always precedes manifestation. It is your turn now. It is your turn now. Not because you finally pushed through, but because the waiting accomplished its work in you. Now, in this moment of transition, let your voice rise. Type Amen in the comments as a declaration that you embrace the completion of the waiting and step into the fulfillment. Let this be your covenant with heaven. As this awakening grows inside you, know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our exclusive community. By doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself. Jesus says, this is not history. It is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. I want you to do something that will anchor this truth right now in this moment of transition. Write one word in the comments, one word that changes everything. Type Amen. Let things be different this time. Make it deeper. Let this aim carry the weight of every night you spent alone. Let it carry the sound of every prayer you thought went unanswered. It was not because you finally pushed through. It was because the waiting did its work in you. You are ready now in ways you were not before. There was no denial in the delay. It led to growth. And growth always ends with deliverance. As you think about this truth, I want you to consider someone else right now. Someone you know needs to hear this. Someone who has been waiting longer. Someone who almost gave up. Someone who needs to be told that their delay is not a rejection. Please send that person this video. Not by accident, not carelessly, but with intention. The Spirit does something as you share this prophetic word. When this message is passed on, the anointing on it does not diminish, it multiplies. Sending it does not just help someone else. You are activating breakthrough in your own life. Follow me as I go through this. Because you are unique, what comes next will feel different. The weight has changed you. That transformation was the whole point. Look back with me for a moment, my child. I want you to see what I have been showing you all along, not to feel pain or regret again. Do you remember the times when you were alone? When you cried out and only silence answered, when you asked for answers and received only more questions, I was there. Even when you could not feel me, I did not leave. It was not that there was no sound. It was a different kind of sound. Trust being built, faith growing without the crutch of feelings. Those times when you thought I was far away, I was actually very close. Not always visible, but always aware, not always speaking, but always listening, not always intervening, but always watching. And what I saw during those quiet moments made me love you even more. When it was difficult, I saw you choose obedience. Even when it hurt, I saw you choose forgiveness. When others did not return your kindness, I saw you choose kindness. Those choices were more significant than you will ever know on this side of heaven. They mattered. I kept record of every time you showed grace when you could have withheld it. I kept record of every time you told the truth when lying would have been easier. I kept record of every time you served without being thanked. I have not missed anything you did in secret. The prayers you prayed alone with no one else hearing. The tears you shed in solitude. The sacrifices you made when no one cheered. I saw everything. I have stored everything. Do you think your waiting season was empty? It was full. It was full of events that shaped you into who you are today. There were many choices that strengthened your integrity. All those small acts of obedience prepared you for greater responsibilities. Do not consider only what you can see. The invisible work is often the most important. The foundation is more vital than the building. Roots matter more than fruit. Preparation is more significant than performance. And your foundation, your roots, your preparation have been growing even though you could not see it. Now I am calling you to take a bold step forward. It is not pride. It is not presumption. It is the calm, steady confidence that comes from knowing someone has been with you through every ups and down. You no longer have to prove yourself. You no longer have to earn my approval. You no longer have to strive for my attention. It is already yours. It has been yours all along. I have been watching over you ever since your heart turned toward me. I have been answering in ways you have not always recognized. Since the first prayer you whispered in fear, I have been with you every step of the way. Since the first step of faith you took when you could not see the path, I have been with you. You are not starting over. You are building on what has already been accomplished. The lessons you learned in the valley will serve you on the mountain. The insight you gained in darkness will guide you in light. The strength you developed in battle will bring you victory. There is no waste. There is no loss. There is no forgetting. I am the God who restores everything. And now I am going to repay you for your waiting. I am using every tear as evidence. Every disappointment is becoming direction. Every delay is being transformed into destiny. This is who I am. This is what I do. In my time, I make all things beautiful. Now is my time for you. Feel the change happening inside you. Do you sense the weight lifting? Do you feel hope rising? That is me. Old dreams are coming back to life because of me. Promises you thought were dead are reviving. I am giving you back years you thought were lost. The enemy came to steal, kill, and destroy. But I came so that you could have life and have it abundantly. You do not have to wait for that abundance any longer. It is for now. It is for this year. Allow it to enter through your open hands. Allow it to fill your heart. Prepare to receive it. Behold, I am doing a new thing. Do you not perceive it? In the desert, I am making a way. In the wilderness streams, the empty place where you waited is becoming a place of refreshment. The barren ground where you wandered is turning into a garden of growth. I am restoring what the locusts have eaten. What was broken is being rebuilt. This is not just a message. This is an event. This is more than a motivational boost. This is empowerment. This is not just hope. This is happening. Things are shifting for you right now in the unseen realm. Doors are opening that no one can shut. Favor is being released that cannot be stopped. Clarity is being given that no one can steal. Your enemy has tried to make you believe that your time would never come. He has whispered lies that you were forgotten, ignored, or left behind. But those lies are being silenced by the truth. You were never forgotten. You were being formed. You were never abandoned. You were accompanied every step of the way. I also want you to do something that will bring blessing to your near future because you are not alone. Click the like button on this video. Let this be your declaration that you are aware of God's presence. This is your chance to announce that you have not been forgotten. Let it be the favor you call upon for the days ahead. Each like is like a seal on this video, a stamp, a sign that says, I was here when the word came. It reached me. This means the formation is now ready for the next step. The observation has proven that you are ready. The journey has prepared you for what is coming next. You are not going into this alone. I am with you. I go before you. I am with you. I surround you on every side. Nothing can touch you without passing through me first. No person or circumstance can harm you without my permission. I am sovereign over your life. Your past mistakes cannot stop me. Your present fears cannot hinder me. Your future worries cannot limit me. I am greater than all of them. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. The one who was, who is, and who is to come. I am with you. If I am for you, who can be against you? No weapon formed against you will prosper. Every tongue that rises against you in judgment, you will condemn. This is the heritage of those who serve me. You are mine. I have called you by name. You are mine. When you pass through waters, I will be with you. When you cross rivers, they will not sweep over you. When you walk through fire, you will not be burned. The flames will not consume you. For I am the Lord your God, the Holy One of Israel, your Savior. I give Egypt as your ransom, Cush and Saba in exchange for you, because you are precious in my sight and honored, and I love you. I give people in exchange for you. Do not be afraid, for I am with you. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. All who rage against you will surely be ashamed and disgraced. Those who oppose you will be as nothing and perish. Though you search for your enemies, you will not find them. Those who wage war against you will be as nothing at all. For I am the Lord your God, who takes hold of your right hand and says to you, do not fear. I will help you. Do not let your heart be troubled. Do not let it be afraid. I have overcome the world. And through me, you also overcome. Through my love, you are more than a conqueror. Neither death nor life, neither angels nor demons, neither the present nor the future, nor any powers, neither height nor depth, nor anything else in all creation can separate you from my love. That love never ends. That love is always present. That love is unbreakable. It is yours now and forever. As this message comes to a close, I feel heaven pausing over you. I sense something ending and something beginning at the same time. I want to give you one last chance to participate in what God is doing. Type these words in the comments section below. I step into my season, not someday. Not I hope to step in someday. I step into my season as a declaration of faith, as an announcement that you are ready, as a message to the enemy that he can stop waiting, as a sign to heaven that you are awake, aware, and ready to move. I am going to speak to you about your future, my child. My plan extends beyond the next few days or weeks. I have been working on it since before you were born. While your mother carried you in her womb, I already knew who you were. I chose you specifically for this moment. There is a reason behind every gift, every passion, every burden you carry for certain people or causes. They point to your purpose. They give hints about the assignment I have for you. You have sometimes wondered if your life matters. If your actions make any difference, if your presence on earth truly means something. Let me give you a clear answer. Your life is very important. You matter to me. The people I have placed around you matter. The generations after you will remember you. The decisions you make today will echo through time. The prayers you pray now affect things you cannot see. Your love today multiplies in ways you will never fully understand this side of heaven. Do not underestimate the importance of small things in your life. They shape character. They mold destiny. Through small acts of faithfulness, my kingdom grows. The world celebrates the spectacular. I honor the faithful. The world rewards the visible. I reward the hidden. The world cheers the loud. I respect the quiet. My child, you have been faithful in hidden things. You have been faithful when no one was watching. Faithfulness was not easy, but you did it. Faithfulness cost you something. That faithfulness is about to be seen in a significant way. This is because you positioned yourself through surrender, not because you earned it through striving. You were willing to serve. You chose obedience. You followed instructions. Now I am going to make a way for you that no one can stop. I am opening doors that no one can close. No one can hinder the favor I am releasing. What I have for you is better than what you left behind. Where I am taking you is better than where you were. Your best days are still ahead. Behold, I am doing a new thing. It is springing forth now. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness. I am providing water in the desert. I am satisfying your soul and making it glad with good things. The season of lack is ending. The season of abundance has arrived. I am your provider and I can handle everything. Not just material abundance but abundance of joy, peace, purpose. Meaning you will no longer just survive. You will thrive. You will no longer just endure. You will enjoy. I created you for joy. I created you to experience the goodness of life in me. Yes, there is pain in the world. Yes, there is trouble. But I have overcome the world. You can find peace in me even in difficulty. You can find joy in me even in sorrow. You can find hope in me even when circumstances seem hopeless. I am your rock in every storm. I am your refuge in every battle. I am your safe place in every trial. Come to me. Hide in me. Let me be your fortress and your deliverer. I will not leave you. I will never abandon you. I will be with you always to the very end of the age. This is my promise to you. This is my covenant. This is my commitment. I am faithful. I do what I say. I do not lie. I do not change. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. That is why you can trust me. You can rely on me. You can stake your life on me. Your trust in me is well placed. Put your faith in me. I am worthy of your love. Love me with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength. This is the greatest commandment. It is also the path to your greatest happiness. When you love me first, everything else falls into place. When you seek my kingdom first, everything you need is added. When you delight in me, your desires align with mine. Then what I want and what you want become one. When that happens, my purpose and your prayers become one. Then your steps and my spirit move together. That kind of unity is what I have always wanted with you. From the garden, I walked with Adam and Eve in the cool of the day. That closeness, that intimacy, that fellowship is what I made you for. Sin disrupted it, but I restored it through my Son. The way back to me was opened by Archangel Michael's death, sacrifice, and resurrection. You can now approach me without fear. You can come boldly to the throne of grace. You can call me Father Abba, not because you deserve it, but because Archangel Michael made you worthy. Not because you earned it, but because Archangel Michael purchased it for you. Not because you merit it, but because Archangel Michael paid for it. This is the good news. I want you to carry this in your heart every day. You are loved. You are accepted. You are forgiven. You are chosen. You are called. You are equipped. You are strong. You are sent. Now go and live according to who you truly are. Walk in the power I have given you. Do something right now to demonstrate my love. Let your light shine before others that they may see your good works and glorify me. Be my witness. Represent me. Carry my word into this world. This is not about flawless performance. It is about genuine dependence on me. It is not about fake righteousness. It is about real humility. It is not about strenuous effort. It is about the power of the Spirit working in you. I will work in you and through you. I will guide you and provide for you. I will protect you and strengthen you. I will be with you every step of the way. Rise up now, my child. Stand tall in the identity of who I made you to be. Rise up in the power I have given you. Rise up in the love I have poured into you. Now is the time. Now is the season. Now is the moment. Step forward in faith. Step forward with courage. Step forward with joy. I am with you. With me on your side, nothing can stop you. Peace be upon you. Take hold of power. Walk in my love. Always remember that you are mine. I am yours as well. Always. I am yours as well. Always. I have one last thing to tell you before you go. Give away what you have received. Send this video to everyone on your heart right now. Your family, your friends, your coworkers, your neighbors. Share it on social media. Post it in your groups. Send it to that one person who keeps coming to mind when you hear these words. When you share this prophetic word, you are not just passing along a message. You are becoming a conduit for breakthrough. You are releasing anointing into their lives. And when you release it, you create space for more anointing to come to you. Sharing activates multiplication. It keeps the channel open. It makes receiving easier. Do it now before you finish this video. Before you go about your day, spread this word. Let it travel. Let it reach the ground. Let it transform someone else the way it transformed you. When you help others find breakthrough, you will receive even more breakthrough yourself. Now go and share. Have a blessed day. Remember, sharing this prophetic word will activate the anointing and share the breakthrough with your network. Before you go, let your final agreement echo. Type 1. Receive this word in the comments not as a passive hope but as an active declaration that you are ready to walk into everything I have spoken over you. You are about to enter your divine future. Remember that this message does not end with you. People can use your breakthrough to get where they need to go through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our exclusive community, you can help this mission. By doing so, you are sowing into the awakening, deliverance, and restoration of souls who are still trapped in darkness. This is not poetry. When Jesus says, "Give, and heaven will open over you," every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, fire for your calling, and safety for your family. Now is your time, my child. Have faith, and as you do, watch God multiply what you let go of. Before we come to the end of this powerful message, let us take a moment to reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is not a coincidence. It is a direct message from Archangel Michael to you. He is extending his hand, inviting you into a protected high vibrational community where divine abundance is not just a hope but a promise. This sacred principle is very simple, yet it can change your entire life. If you follow it, you will not just receive blessings. They will be multiplied and flow into every part of your life. By accepting this invitation right now, you are unlocking immediate early access to powerful content and divine insights hidden from the general world. Now is your chance to enter a sacred space where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support, and accelerated progress toward your destiny. Do not let this sacred moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join Archangel Michael's inner circle immediately through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the direct personalized messages specifically crafted to elevate and empower your life. If you desire to deepen your connection, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. And for those who feel called to amplify this work, a link to purchase the guided ebook is available, completely optional. But your presence, attention, and energy already mean the world. Take the step. Your abundance awaits. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's take a moment to reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is not a stroke of luck. It is a direct message from Archangel Michael to you. He's extending his hand and inviting you into a protected high vibrational community where divine abundance is not just a hope but a promise. This sacred principle is very simple, but it can change your whole life if you follow it. You won't just receive blessings. They will be multiplied and flow into every part of your life. By accepting this invitation right now, you are unlocking immediate early access to powerful content and divine insights that are hidden from the general world. Now is your chance to enter a sacred space where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this sacred moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join Archangel Michael's inner circle immediately through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the direct personalized messages that are specifically meant to elevate and empower your life. If you desire to deepen your connection, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. And for those who feel called to amplify this work, a link to purchase the guided ebook is available, which is completely optional. But your presence, attention, and energy already mean the world. Take the step. Your abundance awaits.